What a beautiful morning. Excellent start to today's work, coming out here and seeing it so nice and so warm for it still being winter. And hopefully I'm gonna bring this project that I'm working on right here behind me, start wrapping it up and bring it to a close. This has been the biggest project that I think that we have done so far here on the homestead. And let me know in the comment section below, what has been the biggest project that you have done in your life, whether it be in your home, in your homestead. Let me know. But I think that this one has been it for me. So today I plan to just continuing to wrap up, cutting up these trees, taking the major logs, separating them, and then hopefully we can start after that using the excavator to start removing these stumps here, and then just cleaning it up, and then being able to start growing more things here on the homestead, like fruit trees, like berry bushes, and nice flower garden. It'll just be so neat to pull down the driveway and look and see the fruit trees, and then the flowers, and then the market garden, and then the yurt right over there. So pretty excited about that, but it's time to get to work. I'm making some progress. One of the things that I'm doing is, as I'm going through and cutting the trees, I'm basically just capping them off and removing some of the branches along the way, so that way I can access the limbs better. And once I start taking the limbs off, right now I'm just carrying the limbs and putting them in a pile here, and then I'm going to use the excavator to push them into a bigger pile there. And we're just going to have that chipped and made into mulch. We'll put that mulch around our future fruit trees, some of the other trees that we have here, as well as our future berries, as well as bedding for our chickens and ducks. And the logs, I'm just tossing them in a pile down here, and that will be for our firewood. But one of the challenges that I'm dealing with as I'm working in here is, one, just maneuvering through here and stepping through the branches to get to where I need to cut. And yes, I know someone made the comment about we should have dropped one tree at a time and then gradually limbed them and things like that. Well, that wasn't in the budget. We did what we could, and now we're just having to be careful. And speaking of being careful, another thing I need to be mindful of is to make sure that as I'm cutting, watching out for any branches that are holding weight or supporting something where the branch could, once I cut it, it could release the weight and pressure and come back and hit me. So just being careful as I'm going, but I'm almost through here, just a little bit. You can see, probably see that cone right in there somewhere, and we'll be through the most part. So looking forward to that. Man, that was a close one. As I was cutting, it got stuck in there, and then the pressure shot over there. I'm glad I didn't shoot back this way, because that could have been bad. That could have knocked me out and hit me in the wrong spot. So just trying to be careful, going to continue to be careful. I'm almost there. Just got this little bit left, so hopefully we won't have any more close calls or any more issues at all. All right, so this work is full, Harry. You have to be as careful as I can. Boy, you think your stuff are out. Bang! Made it through. Got it halfway now, from the end to the end. Oh man, that's some progress there. That means the more riskier parts are pretty much over. So, woo! there's a few pieces of wood that we're using for and saving for lumber. And one of the things that I'm looking for is straight pieces. And when I find those straight pieces, I want to cut off where it branches off at the top. So you can see right here, it starts making a Y shape. I'm going to cut it off right before that Y shape so this straight piece could be used and harvested. Harvested and used. I love this log out tool. Great tool. If you want to get one, I'll leave the info in the show notes below. Alrighty, now it's time to use this bad boy. I'm all for doing things manually and getting your workout in, but sometimes you just have to be practical and you got to use the equipment to get the job done a little bit easier. Definitely getting the workout still with using the chainsaw, and then when we start loading some of these logs in later on, I'll still be getting the workout in, but I really need to use the excavator to get things moving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these big logs here and we're just going to line them up closer towards the fence, open this area up, and then start using it to start removing some of these trunks, these roots, stumps. That's the word I was looking for. So let's get it cranking. Right now I'm trying to maneuver these logs around these stumps, which is challenging. And it'd be a lot harder to try to take the stumps out before moving the logs. So I'm just gonna have to work it around, wiggle it here and there, wiggle one in, wiggle that in. Man. I think I've just about got it. So now we just need to readjust. We have them around the stumps there. Now I'm just going to kind of center up, move the excavator in the middle. Should just be able to push them right over to our pile over there. I don't know about you, but I'm hungry. It's a little late, but it's lunchtime. What do you had for lunch today? Let me know in the comment section below. So we're gonna take a little lunch break and then come back out here with the team and keep this project going, because we have made a lot of progress. It's hard to believe that the trees were here, but we just got the stumps left, and it's pretty much, we got a lot of wide open space now. I'm loving it. These guys have come out here and joined me. So we're gonna get some lunch. All right, so lunch is over. Selah actually brought me lunch.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what is it?
It is a peanut butter and honey sandwich.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
After lunch, we got our lawn tractor. Got the tire. Lacie helped me out with adding air to it. And this was the first little mini lawn tractor ride of the season so far. And now we're out here. We're going to use the Gorilla cart as well as the John Deere lawn tractor to load up some of the logs that I just cut earlier. And then Lacie, I was thinking, if you're up for it, if you could operate the skid steer. And those are pretty neat glasses you got there.
I found some glasses.
Looks like you're gonna do some welding or something. No, I don't think we're doing any welding today, hopefully.
I've never welded. That's one thing I haven't done. I don't know how to weld.
So what I'm thinking is, while the kids and I are gonna load up the Gorilla cart there, if you could use the skid steer since you're so good at using it, and we'll bring pallets over here and start stacking some of these bricks that have been here for a while, some of these stones, and start moving them out of the way so we can start getting this area set up, because we're also going to be putting in our order from Stark Brothers, start ordering our fruit trees and berries as well. And right in here is actually where thinking some of the flowers are going to be, so we got to get those ready too.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll go find some pallets.
And as Lacie geared up the skid steer to bring over the pallets, we took load after load of logs to our wood pile close to the yurt.
Years ago, I used to work for my dad as a masonry contractor, and one of the jobs that I have was tractor girl. So I had to revert back to my old days of being tractor girl for today.
And after you brought over the pallets, I started taking those stones, and actually those stones used to have pallets and under them, wood pallets, but they just disintegrated to where there was no trace of the wood pallets anymore, and began putting them onto the new pallets that you brought over. And I must admit, as I was picking up each stone, I was carefully looking under to make sure there wasn't any snakes in there. Even though it's still early, I'm still on the lookout for snakes.
I think you'll always be on the lookout for snakes.
These are a little heavy, but I was expecting to get a workout in. But it's a mine workout too, because they're different thicknesses, so trying to figure out how to stack them, a little challenging. But so I'm getting my mental workout and my functional training workout. Got a lot of that today with moving around and doing different things. So functional training, for those of you who don't know, is exercise that mimic or helps you to develop stabilizer muscles and all those muscles that help you for real life movement. So I'm getting that as well as doing the real life movements here. One of the things that we've noticed is most of the wooden pallets, they don't last long over time. So a lot of the wooden pallets that have been on this property, they have been up for a number of years. They just deteriorated, and then you're gonna have to pick up the blocks, the bricks. So the plastic pallets look like a much better way to go and should last longer. We'll see.
After I got that first load of stone moved, I saw how Micah, he loves the tractor. So I said, "You don't have any ear protection?" And he goes, "Oh yes I do." And he went and got him some, and he came and he got on the tractor with me, and he loves the tractor. So I seat belted him in with me, so there was no chance of him falling out, just to show you that we're being safe. And so he got to ride with me.
And as you and Micah came over with the skid steer, I helped load on some more stone onto the forks of the skid steer. And let me tell you, I've gotten to work out all day this day, and even helping moving those heavy stones onto the forks of the skid steer was still a workout.
Oh, I don't doubt it. They're really heavy.
Oh man, this was a long day, but it's pretty amazing to think about where we started today with the trees all over the place and then how it looked at the end of the day. It felt so good to make that much progress.
You made a lot of progress. I wasn't out there the whole time, so Mike did such a huge amount of work out there. It looks really great.
And I appreciate that, and I appreciate the help in moving those bricks and the block, because with the trees being there before, those blocks have been there for years, and it was hard to get to them. So after we've removed all these trees, it's so much easier to get to it now with the equipment and move it out of there. But this project has been one of the toughest, no, I would probably say this has been the toughest project, the biggest project that I personally have ever done.
And you've pretty much done it solo, honestly.
We did it, it was a team effort, but yeah, I'll call it a team effort. Thanks for that. And I remember back years ago when I didn't have that perseverance, that stick-to-itiveness to complete that. And whenever I'm working on a project like this one, it makes me think of that. So that we need to have discipline, we need to stick through it, and we need to finish the things that we start. So I really, really have been wanting to finish this project. We're almost there.
You can mark it off your list. He's got a list every day.
I am a list guy.
It's not humanly possible to get done everything on his list. But he continues to make it. So that's at least one thing he can just like mark off.
I can almost put that check there. Not quite yet. We still got a little bit more to do.
With the type A personality, he can relax just a little bit. It feels good just putting a check mark beside of that, right?
Yeah, that's right. And I encourage you, let me know what is a big project that you are working on or plan to work on. And just remember, it's going to require discipline. It's going to require hard work and perseverance. But you can do it. I can do it. You can do it.
And you thought about go on.
And grow on. And Micah says, grow on.
You thought about go on.